Now everybody, let me tell you a story about Hollywood shame, where terrible actors and scripts collide. Oh, what a mess it is on the other side. Saw the lights, camera, action begin, but all I got was a movie that plunged in a spin. From the first scene to the credits that roll, a Hollywood disaster, you've taken its toll. Silver Screen Cesspool, bad movies galore. Can't help but wonder what the hell were they making these for? Throwing some cliches, the short but predictable plot. It's a train wreck, I tell you, it's all they ever got.
And now for our feature presentation.
Welcome to the Silver Screen Cesspool, where we review the poo. Ooh. And now your host, the surveyor of cinema, the mocker of moronic movies, the terror of tiny town, the last known survivor of battlefield Earth, the one of many, Alan Smithee.
Remember that Hercules movie that came out in 2014? No, not that one. The one starring a pro wrestler. No, not the one with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The other Hercules movie. Hercules Reborn. Starring John Hannigan as Hercules. You may better know Hannigan as his ring name, John Morrison, or Johnny Nitro, or Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, Johnny TV, Johnny Caballero, Johnny Blaze, Johnny Elite, Johnny Fusion, Johnny Hardy, Johnny Spade, Johnny Superstar, or Johnny Jacob Jingleheimer Schmitt. He was also once Kevin Federline's tag team partner. The movie is set in an alternate reality in ancient times where soap and Tide with OxyClean were abundant, and dirt had been eradicated except as the primary form of flooring. I can't seem to remember if Hercules was a Greek or Roman myth, but they're clearly in modern-day Morocco in this movie. An army of skirt-wearing soldiers attacks a kingdom with another army of skirt-wearing soldiers. Only in this city, the newest army captain, Horace Hogan, is set to wed the king's bleach bottle blonde, ivory white-skinned, perfect teeth-having, full Estee Lauder makeup-wearing daughter, Princess Theodora. When the attackers burn the town down with CGI fire and kill the king and queen, the possibility of a full house is gone. So Horace, the army captain dude, goes to the next town over to seek the help of Hercules. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules! Hercules lives there, you see, because he killed his entire family in a drunken rage, and he's precisely the kind of stand-up dude they can count on to do the right thing and join their cause. We're then treated to a nice upskirt shot of our hero's Hercules as Ron Simmons and Bradshaw throw him out of the bar for not paying his bar tab. Despite being chained to a wall and forced to sleep on the dirt floor by the bad guy, Horace's future bride somehow manages to change clothes and stay clean, with her makeup only slightly ruined by her tears. Princess Theodora then manages to escape and hides out with Alvina and Simona. Once Hercules sobers up, he's able to suplex the bad guy's army and thereby convince our good guys he can be trusted to kick some skirted bad guy's ass. Johnny Morrison / Mundo / Malkovich's take on Hercules is distinctly unique, and by that I mean I don't recall any other Hercules movie where Hercules was depicted as pissing on a rock wall. Never saw Kevin Sorbo pissing on anything. Anyway, the princess gets captured again, and Herc starts drinking again. So the last 15 minutes of this movie we just experienced seem kind of pointless. Hercules sobers up again just as the bad guys show up. A good guy gets shot with an arrow by the bad guy army, which is super weird because not one of them has a bow or an arrow. In the battle royale that ensues, Nitro's Hercules legitimately incorporates a standing 360 splash on a bad guy because somehow that's more effective than the two swords he's been wielding. Never seen a Hercules do that before, and it was awesome. I have 2 words for you, Sorbo. Suck it! The good guys try to sneak into town by posing as a peddler coming to sell his potatoes. This naturally arouses the guard's suspicion at the gate, because as an agrarian history buff, he knew that the potato wouldn't be brought to Europe until after the Spanish conquest of the Incan Empire, which wouldn't happen for nearly 1900 years. The good guys decide that surrendering is the easiest way to get to the head baddie, which works surprisingly well. Meanwhile, the townsfolk have been watching A Bug's Life, and they realize that they outnumber the bad guys significantly. The final battle between good and not so good ensues. You can tell it's the final battle because people are actually getting dirty. Horace and the head baddie roll around on the floor, giving us upskirt shots of their athletic shorts. Hercules does some parkour before he crushes the bad guy's head by standing 30 feet away, pressing his thumb and pointer finger together and saying, "I crush your head!" Hercules rides off into the sunset and the credits roll. The first 5 minutes of which are just all of Johnny Nitro's various ring names. And that's the bottom line, son, because Kevin Sorbo sucks! Hercules Reborn is available streaming on Popcorn Flicks.
Silver Screen Cesspool is written, directed, and starring Alan Smithee. Assistant Director, Producer, and Stunt Coordinator, Alan Smithee. BoomMic Operator, Sound Editing, and Music by Alan Smithee. Construction Coordinator, The Amazing Rando. Makeup by Crayola. Catering was provided by the Soylent Corporation. Alan Smithee will be back in Return of the Curse of the Planet of the Prehistoric Bikini Ninjas versus Kingdom of the Bride of the Killer, Shark Cheerleaders 2, Electric Boogaloo.